GM everyone. So today we're going to set up Hardhat in our Virtual Studio Code. So what is Hardhat first? Hardhat is a flexible and diverse JavaScript based framework for Ethereum blockchain developers. So it helps us with tools and framework for our Ethereum development. So first, what you need to do is to create a folder. Just create a folder in your desktop, and you also open Virtual Studio Code. If you don't have Virtual Studio Code, go to code.virtualstudio.com and download for your specified machine. Alright, the next thing you want to do is to drag and drop your folder into Virtual Studio Code. So you open Virtual Studio Code and you drop your folder into it. So after doing that, you'll probably see this, right? I just created this guide.txt file so that you can actually follow through. Alright, the next thing is to open the terminal. Okay, to open your terminal, of course, you want to use Control Theta, or you can just come to View and of course Terminal, right? Or use this shortcut. Alright, so right now we are in setup, and the next thing is npm init, copy, paste, npm init, to see if we can initialize Hardhat. So it says this usually will walk you through creating a package or JSON file and so on and so on. So package name setup. So I think we can just use enter. We really do not need to do all this, but you can actually fill some of this in if you want to. Alright, so okay, so right now we have our package or JSON file. Alright, so that's the first step. Let's go back to guide. So you go to package or JSON file and you add these dependencies, right? So okay, let's see, where do we add this at? I think we need to add it just below license. Alright, because in this guide you also see what it will look like after you've actually done that. So package.json file name, this. Of course, these were all the settings we did. If you left it empty, it's going to be empty like this. But if you added or turned your name or something else, it will be filled up. So it says that it will look like this after. So let me see, requirement packages. So we're starting from dependencies, right? So you just copy this. Okay, let's see, copy, and let's add it here. Alright, so what's the problem? There's a comma here, should be a comma here, and I think we're good to go. So after that, what do we do? In terminal, type in this code npm install and wait for it to download. Alright, so we'll just do npm install, right? Install, npm install, and wait for this to download. So it's going to build some other dependencies and also install all these packages like influx data client, this nomic foundation Hardhat toolbox, so that we can use some tools from there. There's also nomic labs, Hardhat eaters. This caret means that it gives us this version and and upwards. Also, it's going to give us a .env. The .env is more like where we can store some environment variables for us to use, but we are putting them in .env so that they don't get pushed to maybe GitHub or somewhere else. So it's going to be ignore whatever we put in .env. Alright, so eaters as well downloaded, Hardhat downloaded. So let me just wait a bit for this to finish downloading now. We'll be back. Alright, so welcome back. The next step is to actually get your Alchemy API key. So just go to alchemy.com and sign up. After signing up with maybe your Gmail or something, it will bring you back to dashboard.alchemy.com, right? So after signing up, just go to DeFi. If you're building on Ethereum or whatever you're building on, right? You can just click it and go to free because it gives you some API key. This is optional actually, you can skip it You can also go to let's build here, so you don't have to like fill in the, but it's okay if you want to fill that in. No, your API keys are supposed to be very private, so don't show your API key to anyone. I don't know if this is already out already. I think I was. So you go to create app, right? Then you can create app right here. Then it gives you an API key. If you click API key, it's gonna like pop up some API key, right? So it gives you HTTPS API key, and also it could give you Alchemy API key. But you can just go for the HTTPS API key. All right. So I think that's that about the API key. We're going to need that, and we're going to create a .env file. Alright, so we are done downloading this. npm install zero vulnerability found. So good. So the next thing is to actually create a .env file. .env. Alright, so in .env file, let's go back to guide to see what we'll do next. Alright, so we have our Alchemy HTTPS API key. Right, this is what it's going to look like. Your API key is going to follow, but you're going to have for maybe Goerli or mainnet, whichever one you want to deploy on. Right, so go to Alchemy. This, I'll attach a video for how to do the Alchemy part. All right, so create .env file and add your wallet private key. All right, also go to your, let me see if I've got these details correct. To get your private key, just go to your MetaMask wallet, click it, and go to the details, right? I think there's these three icons on the top right? So in your .env, this is what you're going to do. You're going to have, I'm just going to give an example of what it's going to look like. So Alchemy Goerli URL, so it's going to look like this. All right, so this is not supposed to be shared with anyone, so that's why I'm not going to share this with you guys. So make sure it's safe. Your private key to your wallet will also be this. Also, make sure you use like a fresh wallet for development, whereby you only use Goerli it, so I don't mistakenly push the wrong thing or deploy on the wrong chain or something like that. So because mistakes do happen. All right, let's go back to guide. This is .env. What's the next thing? All right, so in terminal, type this code npx hardhat. All right, so let's do that. npx hardhat. And sometimes you meet some errors on the way, so I've also tried to like get how you can actually go about those errors. So create a JavaScript project, right? And add that project root. Of course, this is where it's going to create it in. Do you want to add a git ignore? Yes, you want to. So it all pops out here, and yeah, it's giving this, but I think we are still good. It's saying initializing a project with npx hardhat is deprecated. It means it will be stopped and will be removed in the future. Please use this code instead. So from now on, you can start using this code instead. All right, I think I was able to like put in this also. Next direction is look in contract, change name of lock.so to hello-world.so, or any other name you want to actually give it to it. So let's do hello-world.so. So it gives us all these folders. This is the contract folder. All your contracts will be here. Our node model, scripts, and everything. What else? Git ignore. These are what we're going to ignore and not push to wherever we're pushing it to. All right, so let's go to log file. Let's change the name to hello world. So these are hello world smart contracts. All right, so go back to guide. What else do we need to do? All right, so let's put in this code to replace what we have currently. All right, so let me see, where does it stop? Okay, I think it stops here. Copy, then go back to hello world, and let's delete all this and put this in. All right, so what's going on? We have an error. Compile standard in wrapper. All right, I think our this should be like 18 or so. Okay, what's the issue? Validating this. Okay, we'll just come back to this later. Let's see what we are missing. All right, so back to guide, we have that code. In hardhat.config, add the following code. So also add.config is right here. So we are going to bring in this code from hardhat.config. All right, copy hardhat.config. Um, yeah, this is supposed to help us with the .env file configuration, and we are going to require like some importation of the toolbox and the heaters that we already downloaded during the npm install. So this is 8.17, so let's change hello world to 8.17 as well, not 18. I think it should do well now, right? I think that has solved that issue right away. What else? Oh, what are we doing here? Okay, I'm sorry. So we copied the wrong thing here. What else? Okay, I think we're good now. All the errors are gone. All right, let me go back to hardhat.config. This is also good. This is pulling up our URL. So it's pulling up our URL from our .env file right here. .env file. So we named it alchemy URL. Okay, I think the same name should apply right here. Alchemy URL and Goerli private key. So also our private key is pulling them up and is using this process.env from our env file, of course. And for this, also this private key is actually adding this 0x to it so that it has the proper byte or maybe the proper recommendation. All right, let's go back to guide and see what else we need to do. Okay, we can use npm in terminal, npm addax in compile. Okay, of course this is our compilation, so go back to terminal. This is output of the compilation. Go back to terminal and do npx addat compile. All right, there is one or more error in the config file. Invalid account 0 for network Goerli. Private key too short, expected 32 bytes. All right, so I'm not using an actual private key, so let me see if I can just put that in and see what will happen in a bit. All right, just hold on. Okay, yes, I see my private key. Okay, I'll just blur this out or something. All right, now so I've copied the private key and the API key, the proper ones, right? So I think we can go ahead and just deploy now. So the first thing is, of course, let's see if we can compile again. Let's just compile again. I'm going to open another terminal, play that terminal so that we can see it more clearly. All right. So yeah, let's compile. Compile, right? So was that one solidity file compiled, right? Successfully. Invalid artifact, it's correct. Case sensitive. Okay. So there's an error here, so I think I know where this is. Case sensitivity. So change it right here. I think we've got the wrong code in that txt file, in that guide, right? So I think it should work now. Let me do that again. Alright, let's see. Alright, now no errors, right? So nice. So this is compiled, right? So let's use npx npx. No, not twice. I think I use npx add run script / deploy.js. I mean this deploy.js right here. -- network Goerli, because we are deploying on the Goerli network. So let's try this out. Right, just give it a moment. So if it's successful, you'll get your contract address. Then of course we can check the contract address out on Goerli Etherscan. So let's give it some time. So of course don't forget that we're working with the blockchain, so it will have to get some confirmation. Alright, so deployed. The next thing is, let's copy this and see it on Goerli Etherscan. Alright, so we're here on gorelli.etherscan.io. So I'm just going to paste it here and see our contract. So our contract was deployed 1 minute ago. So yes, we have our contract, right? We can go ahead and verify and publish and actually see those functions, right? So yeah, that's the setup, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.